Imagine losing everything you have: your health, your relationships, your possessions, your status, gone, all of it. How does that feel? Terrifying? Depressing? The Stoics would say you're doing it right. This is negative visualization, and it's one of their most powerful practices. Most people avoid thinking about loss. They distract themselves. They think positive thoughts. They try to manifest abundance. And then when loss inevitably comes, they're destroyed because they weren't prepared. They took everything for granted. They believed it would last forever. The Stoics practiced the opposite. They regularly contemplated loss. They imagined worst-case scenarios, not to be pessimistic, not to be morbid, but to prepare, to appreciate, to become anti-fragile, to remove the power that loss has over them. Marcus Aurelius would imagine losing his children, his position, his life. Seneca would contemplate poverty, exile, death. Epictetus taught his students to imagine losing everything they owned. This sounds depressing, but it's not. It's liberating. Here's why it works. When you regularly contemplate loss, you stop taking things for granted. That person you love, you appreciate them now. You don't wait. You don't assume they'll always be there. You recognize the temporary nature of everything, and this makes you present, grateful, intentional. You have your health right now, but you won't always. Bodies break down, accidents happen, disease comes. Imagining losing your health doesn't make you paranoid. It makes you appreciate your health. It motivates you to take care of yourself. It reminds you to use your body while you can. You have people in your life, family, friends, partners. They won't be here forever, neither will you. Negative visualization forces you to confront this, to imagine the phone call, the funeral, the empty chair. This isn't morbid, this is honest, and it transforms how you treat these people. When you've imagined losing someone, you stop taking them for granted. You stop postponing important conversations. You stop wasting time on petty arguments. You hug them longer. You listen better. You tell them you love them, because you felt what it would be like if you couldn't. Seneca said we should remember that all we have is on loan. Nothing is truly ours. Everything can be taken back at any moment. Your possessions, your achievements, your relationships, even your life. These are temporary, on loan, and the loan can be called in without notice. This sounds harsh, but it's reality, and accepting this reality reduces suffering, because most suffering comes from attachment, from believing things should be permanent, from being shocked when they're not. Negative visualization destroys this shock. You've already confronted impermanence, so when loss comes, you're prepared. But negative visualization isn't just about preparing for loss. It's about preventing hedonic adaptation. Humans have this tendency: we get something, it makes us happy, then we get used to it. It becomes normal. We stop appreciating it. We want more. This is hedonic adaptation. It's why people are never satisfied. You get a new car. It's exciting for a week. Then it's just your car. You get a promotion. Feels great initially. Then it's just your job. You move to a new place. Love it at first. Then you don't even notice it anymore. This is hedonic adaptation stealing your joy. Negative visualization counteracts this. Imagine losing that car. Suddenly you appreciate it again. Imagine losing your job, your home, your relationship. Now you see what you have. You remember why you wanted it. You stop taking it for granted. The Stoics also used this for resilience. When you've mentally prepared for worst-case scenarios, they're less shocking when they happen. You've already been there in your mind. You've already felt it. So when reality matches your visualization, you're not blindsided. You're prepared. This is what Seneca meant when he said, "We suffer more in imagination than in reality." Most people imagine perfect outcomes, then suffer when reality doesn't match. But if you imagine worst outcomes and reality is better, you're pleasantly surprised. And if reality matches your worst case, you're prepared. Negative visualization also reveals what you can handle. When you imagine losing everything, you realize you'd survive. You'd be okay. This removes fear. You're not as fragile as you think, not as dependent on external things as you believe. You have inner resources you don't access until pushed. Try this practice. Every morning, imagine one thing going wrong today. Traffic, cancelled meeting, argument, technology failure, nothing catastrophic, just normal inconveniences. When these actually happen, you're not surprised, you're not upset. You already visualized it, so you handle it calmly. Then expand. Once a week, imagine bigger losses. Imagine losing your job, your health, important relationships, not dwelling on it, just contemplating. What would you do? How would you handle it? Who would you be without these things? This builds psychological resilience. But here's the key. Negative visualization isn't about pessimism. It's about realism and gratitude. You're not expecting bad things. You're accepting that they're possible. You're preparing mentally. And in doing so, you're appreciating what you have while you have it. The paradox is this. By imagining loss, you enjoy what you have more. By confronting impermanence, you become more present. By preparing for worst case, you worry less. This is the power of negative visualization. It transforms fear into appreciation, attachment into gratitude, surprise into preparedness. Practice this regularly. Imagine losing what you value, not to torture yourself, but to appreciate it, to prepare for reality, to become anti-fragile, to live fully while you can. Because one day, what you imagine will become real, and you'll be ready.